Today we're here with one of the watches of Baselworld 2018. It's the Tudor Black Bay GMT. Now, obviously that is as what it says on the tin as you could possibly imagine. It's the Black Bay GMT. Here we have red and blue, almost Pepsi bezel on the classic Black Bay case that we've really come to know and love over the last 3 or 4 years. It's come about in the same year as Rolex, big brother Rolex, also chose to update the GMT Master 2, also with a Pepsi dial, a Pepsi bezel I should say. That one came on a Jubilee bracelet, giving it a fancier look. This one is the more casual of the pair, but still, at Baselworld it was drawing very nearly as many people to its windows as Rolex, and for that matter Patek Philippe. Tudor has very much become the third most important brand to see at Basel when the doors open on that Wednesday. So it's really quite exciting to have this watch here. It's one of the first ones in the UK, therefore you may also notice it is a non-working sample. Those hands aren't going anywhere, but we can let that slide. What we can do is tell you what it looks like and a little bit about what it's like on the wrist, and go over some of the details. Anyway, the bezel obviously does move, a little bit stiff, but this is a brand new one. There's a reassuring click to it anyway, very nice and sort of firm. We've come to associate really good build quality with Tudor. It is, as you can see on the fabric strap, it comes on leather and bracelet as well. Obviously, same Black Bay case, 41mm across, a little bit thick, almost a little bit too thick, I have to say, especially with that fabric coming underneath it. It does sit a bit high on the wrist, but it's a sports watch. You can't be too picky when it comes to that kind of thing, if you ask me. The bezel, let's call it Pepsi for shorthand, it's not really that blue. It's so dark at some angles it's almost black. You tilt it and twist it, that's a very much more subdued, muted shade of blue than the classic Pepsi you'd get from Rolex. Not a bad thing at all. Obviously this is aluminium rather than ceramic. Fits with the sort of old school vibe of the Black Bay. No crown guards on the case, that classic diver shape, and obviously this is a watch that costs less than £3,000, so 2,790 to be exact. You can't have ceramic bezels and Tudor level of quality without and within for that kind of money, no matter how hard you try. Talking of within, the movement here is caliber MT5652. That's an addition to the 5.6 family base module base movement which Tudor released a couple of years ago. It takes, interestingly enough, it takes the exact same GMT module from the outgoing Rolex caliber 3185. So in a very real sense, Tudor is sort of picking up the offcuts from its senior sibling there, but we shouldn't knock it. It does mean, after all, this is a proper GMT, in inverted commas. It means you will be able to set local time and then adjust the hour hand in hourly jumps rather than adjust the GMT hand. Details, of course, but such things really do matter. What else can I say about it? Well, you've got a reasonable amount of attention to detail and finishing on the case, as is always the case with Black Bay, polishing versus brushing, but it's not an overly fancy watch. This is very much a practical, could wear it every day. In fact, given that it's got water resistance, dual time zone capability, it really should be worn every day. You can't, it's hard to think of a thing this watch can't be worn for. As well as the fabric version, we've actually also got the leather here today. Gives it a slightly different look, obviously removes that extra height from the fabric underneath. It comes on a deployant clasp, which is a little bit fancier. You know, you get these brushed grained side pieces here. It's a little bit more involved from Tudor, so you know, suits your personal taste, I guess. It's water resistant to 200 meters, it's a proper diver, it's COSC certified. Does it deserve all the hype? Arguably, it's not a, groundbreaking watch, but it is an exciting one. Tudor has recognised that it is all about the Black Bay for them. They've put all their eggs in that basket, and in that context, it's an absolutely lovely watch. We've had chronograph last year, we've had all manner of different colours, we've had bronze. This is just the latest addition to the Black Bay family. Tudor obviously knows that is where it's at. We're not hearing much about North Flag, Pelagos, or anything else, Monte Carlo chronographs these days. So in that context, yes, I'd say this is, you know, absolutely worth talking about. They're guaranteed to sell. I can't see how they wouldn't at the price, quite frankly. It's sort of the kind of thing that makes other watch companies sit up and really take notice. All in all, it's another, you know, headline grabbing, very, very wearable, very, very commercially sound watch from Tudor. It's safe ground, yes, but it's absolutely guaranteed to do well for them. And at this point, I think fair play to them. Others are still playing catch up. The Black Bay is still reigning supreme.